I read a news article that said, large study confirms that women have more empathy than men. And I think this perfectly illustrates why it's important to look at things individually before acting on some research finding. This news article was referencing a research study that didn't actually mention the word empathy in it at all. The study was looking at something called the eyes test. And that is where you're shown a picture of this portion of the eyes of a person expressing a certain emotion. And you're given 4 different options for different emotions, and you have to choose the emotion that that person is feeling. This study clearly demonstrated that on average women do better on those tests than men do. And this is where we need to start being a little bit more critical, because the first key point is on average. Women are on average better at this than men. And so we can say generally, yes, women will do better on this test than men will. But this does not mean that every woman is better than every man on this test. In this study, there were men that did better than women. Additionally, this is looking at one aspect of empathy. But does this mean that in a different aspect of empathy or in a different context, women would do better than men? No, it doesn't. And this is why it's so important to look at things individually. Because while it might be okay to generally say that women have more empathy than men, when we break it down and we look at, is this woman more empathetic than this man? We don't know the answer to that question. For this reason, when I talk about supplements that might be beneficial, I always say make sure you talk to your doctor to make sure it's right for you. Because even if there's something out there that will be beneficial for 95% of people, are you one of those 95% or are you one of the 5%? And if you hear about something that you think is going to help you, it's important to look at it individually. Is this going to help you in your situation in this context? And sometimes that's pretty easy to identify and other times it's definitely not. But anyway, yeah, I guess women have more empathy than men.